Hello friends, welcome back. In this quick demonstration of L3 tool, we call this tool Centroid. We're going to talk about the projected trend lines and market turns. It is good to have this placed on 60 minutes chart to start with, where you can have an extremely large profit biases. The locations offered by this tool, the projected trend lines offered by this tool is phenomenal. The tool, when we drop it, 369 L3 intraday price target centroid wings, what we do is just place this tool with the reflection on the left side, by using the lines on the left side. When I say reflection of the left side, this is a vertical line where the hotspot is. All these lines on the left side, they change day by day, week by week. As they exist, we place these lines and we encapsulate the big bar based on these lines. So this yellow line and the blue line, for example, has been used here by curve fitting these on this big bar. And what do we see here? Reflection point. As you can see, so this range has been encapsulated. All right, so let's try again. Now if you are also using 369 Sunday open, you will see there is some projected level. Let's put that also here. So on this day, 7 plus 10 is 17, which is 1 plus 7 is 8. Half of that is 4. So market smacked down to this 4 area. This frequency came on board, the reflection point of these big bars, and we got a change of direction. If you catch one of these big ones, you can be done for the entire week. Let's move forward. We placed it again. On this big bar, the yellow line and the blue line, market came into this and we got from base of 1 lift off to 3 on the other side. The frequency of 3, remember on the bottom you see that we have a number 9, so 369 is of extreme interest to us on this day. Let's move this tool again. Now we're not limited to just using blue lines, right? Just blue lines only. We can use other lines also. Remember, these lines are dynamic. They're shifting. They will shift. There's a subtle change. You will not be able to see it with your naked eyes. All right. So I place this big. Now you can put it on the swings too. Always start with big bar and see the context where things are. So if I put this, market was going sideways. I put this on this big bar, market was going sideways, it took off to 3. So all from here, and from here, we can see every time this guy shows up, market just gets this jolt of energy. We place it on this big bar, we got the top, or at 3. Now this is very interesting because we are at 3 on day of 369 frequency, and we got a reversal coming in back to. So this is a natural science where each market itself is going to tell us which bar, which swing to use, and market itself is going to tell you what it is about to do. And this is one of the greatest tools you will see for measuring this information. If you just put it at the bottom, you see market came down and touched this blue line to the tick, moved on. So they can also be used for what we call as a single point trend lines. How can you have a single point trend line? Well, you can with this ideas. So let's put it here. I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm just going to show you. If I put it at this point versus I put it at this point. Now you see this one, that the magenta line is shifting. Sorry, not magenta. Let's say call it purple line. If I put it here, the yellow line is, you can see it is here. Let me just show you this. There are some things we need to learn. So this is at this point the lines are projecting this way. All right, market opens, comes close to 3. Now if I see, now watch it. Now watch this line, same thing, it has curved it. That's what I was trying to say. These lines move bar by bar, bar by bar. You can just see that when this is going to stay static, when these are the day boundaries, when the day changes, energy changes, it's going to stay static for that entire day. When the new day arrived, now if I'm curve fitting it, now you can see market went to this line. See this one? As you can see, because there's a shift going on. So there's a strategy we have to use. One is, on that day I move this and I then curve fit on the left side. So just by moving one bar after the day and curve fitting it, we know that this point was given to us. This market, you can see it is just responding extremely well to these levels, right? What else can I do on this day? We did other things already as far as timing is concerned of reversal, that this top is confirmed to us. If I put this, big bar on the red line and the yellow line and magenta line, we see the market is going down. This market at this point, it took us to the top level. 13 points, not a big deal, but it's enough deal. So if I move this to the bottom of this now, right? So because this now we got close to this guy, we curve fitted it. Now I can literally move it here. Market is going down, I'm moving it here at the bottom. Now you see it is holding this to the tick. It's traveling. So these trend lines is what these lines are, which is the one which is creating the trend for us. These lines are the ones. So if you want to have a single point trend lines, there's a lot more going on. I'm just introducing you to the this L3 tool. All right. So okay, what else can we do about it? We did already the big bars, right? Can we do some other lines? So this day energy has changed. I'll have to put it somewhere on the day. This is the very first big bar. The very first big bar. I know this number is going to be 4. So if I place it the way it is right now, right, this can also become like your Gann angles. I'm only interested in getting to my level first. It could be on the top side or the bottom side. It came down to this level. It is holding there, right? Now I can use this as entry points. Let it come down, touch it. Okay, this can be entry point, right? So it is giving me some evidence that these lines are going to be reflecting. So one thing can do amazing things, a lot of amazing amazing things. All right. Okay. So this trend line I was talking about. Now if I put this trend line on this bottom of this big bar, right here, remember this day is, for this day this line will not change. So I can say if I put the beginning and the end of this big bar, it is giving us the other natural angle it is trying to go. And what we are trying to wait for is the merger of price trying to get close to our levels of Sunday open. But then this line is going to be a great line for us to work with. And you can see it got deflected by this. So I hope this made sense. So market is here now. Next day the lines have shifted. So how do I use it this day? You are already going long. Now this is again, it could be late night event for you, but either way. So we are already in this move. What can we do? Can I put it here on the bottom top? Can I put it on this top, right? Think about it. So at this point, remember this week is active. This point, the week is extremely active. So what am I doing here on this day? Look at this bar, this line. I find a very huge rejection point and a big bar, and you just draw this line, see where it is going. See that? And this is where you have a Mandela. Now you know where the market is heading, why it stops in middle of nowhere. Now you know why. So we have an excessively majestic tool to handle scenarios. So this is how, remember, looking back in time helps. making choices for the future. So now this has happened. What do I do now? Look here and look here, and my day has changed. This is my new day. How do I trade this using this line? We saw this top is here, now it's going to do a pullback. Where do I put this tool? Where do I put this tool on this day, right? Think about it. Now this day has changed. So if I put this tool here, it's not really doing anything because our placement is not correct, right? If you want to use these trend lines, you have to see how they operated in the past. So look on the left side. Look on the left side. Staying on this day, look on the left side. This is the top. I'm going vertically up, up, up. I'm curve fitting this with this line, all right, and then I get a slope. So what do we do with the trend lines? It broke and it crossed on the other side. The close is here. Look closely, bar by bar. This is hourly chart. And look at the date on the bottom. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 is 1. Where are we sitting on? 1. We on the frequency of 1. Look at here, right? So frequency of 1. We broke this trend line. It is curve fitted here. Close on the other side. High confidence trade. This is ES. Now this day has arrived. Now this line is going to be not doing much. It's going to stay there for that entire day. I'm touching this 1, 2 touch. So now I have captured my trend line. For this day, this is the day I'm talking about. My tool is inside this boundary. I touched this tool. Now this, I can move this line anyway, it doesn't matter because this trend line is not going to move for this window, for this day. Once the shape and the slope is there, it won't change, right? Like it did what it was doing, add 3 to the tick. Because we curve fitted here, we got this on 3. Why 3? 9 plus 1 is 10. That's one thing. We started from here, ended at on the right side 369, numerology of 9. Right? So 9. Now you see how you can take your understanding and the trading to a little bit of you can take it to the next level by adding some edge to it. Let me just say it that way. Okay, all right. So putting these two lines under big bar conditions, finding the time, curve fitting for the day window, this tool itself, and curve fitting on the left side, getting us for that day's potential trend lines. This trend line will not change, right? So So this is how we can see things very differently. All right, let's try this day. Okay, what do we do with this day? So I have this yellow line, we have this two lines, same lines we had before. We are sitting here and we have these lines. You can also use this line. Let me drop. So this is my structure. What is the day here? 10-10. 10-10 is 1. 1 is very strong. So it is sitting on 1, sitting on 1. 10-10. 1-1. We could have been doing 2 also, but 1-1, right? So that is, it is what it is. We know how these numbers can play independently or through addition or through division. So, alright. No worries. So here we are. I'm still using this trend lines. You may be tempted to use this one. It should not be a problem either, because I said, hey, I'm also going to use this one. Not a problem. Still going to give you a structure. So what are we trying to see? We are trying to pick the bottom, or we're trying to pick the top. So we are trying to use these lines as Gann angles. Okay. And we are saying these are natural energy angles. They're not static. 45, 22.5, 90, not static. Nothing is static. So that is the nature of the market, dynamic nature of the market. And we are going to use this dynamic nature of the market to our advantage. So if our day has changed, I just put it here initially. Right, first bar. We need a first bar. This is the first bar, 1 hour bar. So we have to wait for this bar to formulate at 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. So you have a choice of putting this. The only 2 lines are there. If you put the other line, like a blue line on the top, at this bar, still okay. Because you may see this blue and blue and say, I want to put it this way on the first bar. First bar is the next bar, or this midnight bar, right? Okay. Anything wrong? Not really. Market came down. See this? 10-10 is 1. 1 is holding on the line. Got reflected. Got reflected. Because we did this curve fitting on the new bar of the new day. We already did all the timing part of it. So I'm showing you a couple of applications of a single thing. We can do the timing part, pricing part. All right. So this another part of it is capturing the swings. This is the top. Again, we are on this day, right? We are here. So I'm looking on the left side. How can I fit it? I'll move it up, move to the right. I fit this line. And I fit this line. Now this is again, when I'm using 2 lines, I'm looking for timing. Market came down. This bar was the low. Took off. Right? Market is going down into this level. Change of trend. So now there apologize. So there are bunch of applications, as I said, of all these numbers. We just touching on the very baseline things. So if you say, okay, this day, what is it? 3, 1, 2, 3. What else is there? 2 minus on the right side and left side is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So it was on 1 on that day. That is consumed. Where is it going next? Jump of 3 also takes place, right? 1 is here. 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 1 to 4. Closed at 4. So this tool was designed initially that, hey, if Sunday is here, I needed to find out initially when they were expanding things on Fridays, which block are they closing. I needed to know which area are they going to close the market. So we were putting iron condors surrounding that area, especially when market makes initially Monday or it makes a big move in the first 2 days. We know on Friday where it is going. We getting things on the pennies, right? So again, it has vibrations. Now we don't know, as I keep saying, it can also be other things like, 10 divided by 2 is 5. This is a 5. You can't see this red line. This is 5. You can see here. So went to 5. So we know that. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 divided by 2 is 10. So 10 is 1 and 5 is here. Simple numerology with some variations. So thank you very much, my friends. It's funny that it is 27 minutes. So 2 plus 7 is 9. We just end everything. Universe tells us to stop. We stop. It says to talk. We talk. But I think just to carry away the message, this single tool can be doing a lot of things for you. The single tool can be doing a lot of things for you, and let's list them out. One thing is projecting, as I said, getting inside the day window of energy, curve fitting as a trend lines in the historical time, and then you can see how we can, as I showed you, find the upcoming trend lines for this day or next day, right? Typically on the same day. Now if you are used to using Gann angles, this is much more sophisticated way and more natural way of doing it. Those are static dead lines. Second part of the equation is curve fitting the big bars. This is 60-minute chart, so we can find out a very major turning points of energy. The third thing is adding 2 lines. The 2 lines can be not only placed on a big bar, they can also be placed on swing points. More touch points, swing points, the better. Again, anytime you activate 2 lines, we're looking for a timer. You activate curve fitting the trend line. For projecting trend lines, you can have 2 things out of it. One is, where is my trend line, my energy point of a trend line, projected trend line from a single point, or it could also be used as where market is going between time and price, as I showed you. So when you get deflection from those time and price. So you have to think very creatively what's really going on. I hope this helped a little bit. Thank you so much.